Greetings, BUSN 1315 leadership students. I'm Dr. McGrory. I'm going to be your instructor for this 2022 spring semester. Welcome. I thought I'd take a moment and just talk to you about the parts of the syllabus that are most important to you right now as we begin this semester. Specifically, I want to talk to you about your book. I want to give you a big picture of the points or the grades. I want to talk to you briefly about Connect to help you avoid making, kind of a mistake that is a common pitfall, especially to experienced students, those who are experienced with Connect. And I want to talk to you about the details of your assignment so that you will have all the benefits. When you enter into the assignment, you'll understand what's available to you. That, I want you to have every point that you can possibly get and do your best in the class. So I'm going to pull up the syllabus, which I'm going to send to you as an attachment. And it begins with, perhaps some regular syllabus stuff, my contact information, the course description, and the objectives. But on page 1, I want to talk to you about the book. It says required text, and good news is the first 2 words under that. You already have access to your Connect digital ebook, and that's the book we're going to use in our course, and Connect assignments. So we're using both of those 2 things because you purchased this access at a volume discount rate when you enrolled in the class. Although you may opt out by contacting the bookstore, it's not recommended. Students only have the option to opt in or opt out during the first few days of class. After this time period, the inclusive access. Now, what is inclusive access? It means that when you enrolled in the course, you were charged a fee, and that fee was used to purchase this Connect digital ebook and Connect assignment at that discounted rate, okay? So after that period of time, that discounted rate would no longer be available if you were to opt out, okay? So I recommend you stay opted in. In that way, you begin the semester with the materials that you need to succeed. It helps you do your best. Now, below is the information for your required digital access. This is, in short, or in summary maybe, the book that we're going to use. It's called Leadership Enhancing the Lessons of Experience. It's the 10th edition. It's a good book, and I think that you will enjoy it. Other students have given me that feedback that they liked this particular book. Now, notice this. It says after digital access to the Unique Connect website, then if you want a printed book, you can then purchase one. Now, it would be in addition to the digital access that you've already purchased. Most students find that the ebook meets their needs. Now, notice that I've explained here, it says find the ebook, and I say Smart Book with Learn Smart to be sufficient. So the ebook is actually the easiest way to access it is through your Learn Smart assignments. So that's one of the important reasons we need this digital book, because you're going to be doing assignments that are reading assignments, but they're interactive in the sense that you are reading your actual text, but you are answering questions as you go. Okay? We'll talk more about that when we talk about Connect. Here's another important note. Let me scroll up a little bit about your book. Rentals will not provide access to assignments. Printed books will not provide access to assignments. To succeed in the course, you must purchase access to the Smart Book with Learn Smart and quiz assignments so that you can complete the required assignments. When you enrolled in the course, remember you purchased the materials that you need. So you do not, need to take any action. If you opted out, then that information will be important, okay? Also, if you want an additional printed book, again, that's something that you can purchase afterwards. So that's the information about the book. What else did we say we were going to talk about? We said, how about the points and kind of the big picture of the grades, the assignments that we would have? Well, let's go back to our syllabus, and we'll just continue scrolling down. So here are the assignments, and throughout the semester you're going to earn 920 points. You have some chapter assignments, you have tests, right? But I want to focus on these first 3 assignments because these are assignments you're going to be doing in the first few days of the semester. You are going to earn the most easy peasy points ever. Specifically, in the first couple days, you're going to earn 5 points. And then in the subsequent 2 weeks after that, so week 1, week 2, week 3, you're going to be earning easy points for attendance. And I don't want you to miss out on those. This is a really quick way for me to take attendance in our online class. It is a very quick quiz. I give you 5 points for answering it. There's a link in pause, and I'll show you that in just a minute. You're going to introduce yourself to your classmates, and you're going to earn 5 points for that. You know, you're a leader, and you are networking as a business professional with other leaders. How great is that? So this is your chance to give your professional introduction, and you'll see some more instructions on that. Also, very importantly, you are going to create your Connect username, and I'm going to give you some points for that. Now, when I say create it, some students may already have a Connect username, but what I'm talking about is you have to get into our class in Connect so that you can then start to complete some of these required assignments. So we're going to talk about the important critical note for creating your Connect username, okay? Let's start with this pause attendance quiz and this class introduction. I'm noting here that these are in pause. If you're familiar with pause, then you may be very comfortable getting to this introduction and attendance. I want to show you something very briefly that also goes to our third point, and our third point was this critical Connect note. So what I'd like to do is bring up pause. Now, you can go to the website. A very quick way to get to pause is to go to elearn.southwest.tn.edu. In other words, instead of my.southwest.tn.edu, it would just be elearn. There are other ways. Some people log into My Southwest and then click the pause icon. Whatever method you use, you need to get into pause. Once you're in pause, you'll use the course selector to go to our course, which is 1315, section L01. On the main page of our course, I have a very specific link. Let me scroll up here. And this link is for our class. Now, remember I said there's a critical note? This is so critical, and if you are an experienced user of Connect, you are most likely to make the mistake that I'm about to caution you on. You must open your web browser to this site the first time you log in. So if you've been using Connect, I'm like honestly, I'm kind of one of the first ever users of Connect as a teacher. And if I'm going to create a student account, I must open my web browser to this site. Now, one way is you can just copy this. See how I've selected it? I drug my mouse. I click, hold the mouse button down, press and hold until I get to the end. Then I put my mouse right on top of it, right click. You can either copy and then paste it, or notice how it says go to. I could just go to that website. Now, here's another caution. I cannot create my username into this until the class begins. So until our semester begins on January the 18th. And on January 18th, and see it's closed right now, so I can't get into it right now. But on January 18th, I can then create my username. If I already have a username, I can enter that in. And when I start from this website, I will relate. I'll be plugged in to this particular class section. If you're new to Connect, there's going to be more instructions, but it's just you follow the on-screen instructions. The key starting point is that you start at this website, okay? Now, this was just in pause, right? We logged into eLearn, and this website, we found it on the home page of our course. But we were talking about the syllabus, and we said there's going to be some immediate points, an attendance quiz and discussion, right? How do I get to those? Well, going back to pause, you will find all the instructions that you need under content in our course. And this is a place you really want to follow, especially in these first weeks, because here's your getting started materials. It includes a link to the syllabus, to your class schedule, and some other really helpful information. What if you need technical support for Connect? What about that link? Here, this is another way to immediately go into Connect. You need to contact me about something, right? You've got all the information that you need here. You also have, additional pause help information and even more Connect help information, including videos that'll walk you through the process. Now, here's something I don't want to skip. It says assessment activities, and this is part of getting started. So what is the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to take that attendance quiz. When do I have to complete it? I better do it before January 22nd, which is like Saturday. Okay, so after the semester starts, you want to get in there. It's going to be a very quick thing and easy peasy points. You don't want to miss out. I need to post my introduction. So I would click this class introduction link so that I can post my introduction and also read the introductions of my classmates. What about creating my Connect username? I'm going to click that. Well, I showed you how to get to the Connect website, but there is some additional information here that you may want to read. You're not going to use any kind of 14-day free trial because remember, you already paid for your access. You're just going to go in and create your username. But look at this in bold. Please make sure that you enter your first and last name as they appear on the Southwest College roster. Whatever your name is in pause, if I was to pull up your transcript, what is the name that Southwest has you listed under? That's the name that you need to use in Connect. Here's why I need your help on that, and your classmates need your help on that. If I don't recognize your name, and sometimes I don't, then I will mark you as inactive. I may not be the only person doing that because remember that the publisher allowed you to pay as you enrolled in the class. So if the publisher is looking at the class roster and they see that the name is not the same, they don't know who you are. And so you may get knocked out, and I don't want that to happen. I want you to be ready, set, and no interruptions. And the third reason is this. If we all figure out that you're using a different first name and last name, and we kind of, align it with that. Now what happens is I have to manually record your name from the Connect website. I type your grades into pause. And so when your name is not sorted correctly, then what happens is sometimes I might record that you have a 0. Sometimes I might put a different student's name because I'm going line by line. So I might put a different student's grade in. It may not be somebody who is doing well in the class, okay? It's not your grade no matter what. So you don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. The publisher doesn't want it to happen. The way that you can ensure that everything just goes smoothly is use the name in Connect that you have on file with Southwest, all right? That would just be so great, and I appreciate your help on that. Okay, so you're going to do that, and again, that's going to be a way to earn points. So we've actually learned a lot. We've learned that, we can log into pause and that we look under content for all kinds of information, right? So you can look under here and take some time to explore this. All right, let's go back to the syllabus so that we stay focused. And we talked about the big picture of your assignments, like the Learn Smart assignment. You have test prep quizzes. You will have tests. And look at this, there's going to be 3 tests. And they're not 100 points each, they're 200 points each. So that's a big test, right? Well, as you can see, there are details that you want to know about these assignments. And what we said is that we were going to talk about the book. Check, we've done that. We were going to talk about the points and the grade overview. Check, we did that. I was going to give you a critical Connect note. which is that you must begin, even if you're an experienced Connect person, you must begin at the website for our course, and you need to use your first and last name as they appear on record with the college. Now you want to know, as we begin this semester, how do I find out more about the details? I mean, you just took me on this journey for an attendance quiz. How can I learn more about that? Well, that's again part of the syllabus. So as I scroll down a little bit further, look at this. This is, as I earn points, I'll know, I've got to earn above 828 points total to get my A. Well, how do I calculate that grade? This is information. And here is the answer to our last question as we begin this semester. What are the details of these assignments that I'm going to be completing? Tell me more. Well, now you can read more in depth about the attendance quizzes. You can read about the discussion. You can read about, creating your Connect username and start to learn more about these Learn Smart assignments. This is your interactive book where you earn points as you answer questions and do your reading. You can find out about how your grades are posted. What if you're late on something? Are there drop grades? What do you tell me more. What about these test prep quizzes? How many questions are they? How much time do I have? How many attempts do I have on these test prep quizzes prior to the due date? There's a lot of information here. What do you mean, application activity? You may want to find out more about that. How many attempts? How is it scored? You want to know that. Highest attempt only? If I have unlimited attempts, how is it scored for that test prep? How is it scored for the application? So it's very fast reading, and I think that you're going to want to know more about it. Here's your test. 3 high-stakes tests. What chapters will they cover? How do I prepare? That's a great student question. How do I prepare? And here's the answer right there. How long will I, have for that test? How many attempts? All that information. And again, what if I miss the due date? Well, what's the policy on late work? And you may want to know about that. If nothing else, you want to know that this is in here so that you can refer back to it later. So these are, I think very helpful informations, things that you want to look through the syllabus so that you understand and you have all that in front of you. And I know there's a lot of information at the start of the semester, and that's why I want to go ahead and get this video out to you. I am really looking forward to a great semester. I think you're going to enjoy this class. I love leadership. This is, to me, leadership is a journey, and I've known some really good leaders in my life, and we've seen, throughout history, some examples of some great leaders. But for most of us, it's a process, and I appreciate you stepping into that process with me. Looking forward to a great semester, folks. We'll be talking more soon. Bye.